Where does this all go? Where we?
Well, it's really simple. It's like when you're getting emails trying to convince you to play golf or get the president to play golf with the prime minister of Malaysia, who's under investigation for manhandling this deal. I mean, he was the guy in charge of the sovereign wealth fund. Buck stops with him, and his stepson is the guy for Red Granite Pictures that greenlit Wolf of Wall Street. You're in a situation where you're then, it looks like quid pro quo arrangements, and you're close enough to the president to influence that, and they're doing money through your business. What would you call that?
Whoa, interesting.
Business, like usual?
Maybe, yeah.
I'm not the one to determine that. The law and order, right?
Yeah.
Law is the place to determine that.
So what do you think is going to happen?
I think there are several ongoing depositions and inquiries that people don't know about, that no one has looked at. Well, that all of this has been a distraction.
What has been a distraction?
Sorry, I coughed. I figure if the president can say it on live TV, can say it on YouTube.
YouTube's brutal, man.
Anyway.
No, I continue.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't know what's going to happen, but I know several people who are currently under investigation and who are talking, or they're witnesses, and they're talking off the record, and this will all come to a head soon, and it happened a long time ago.
Are you talking about compromised people in the U.S.?
I don't know. It's ongoing investigation. I don't want to speculate I don't want to get killed, probably.
So, but this, when you mentioned there are people, like you said, 100 people at Harvard.
I mean, that's what the list says. We don't know if that's
sure.
It's being manipulated.
Is this like his?
But
list
there
of
was people
suspected?
you asked about Harvard because somebody was sent back from Harvard.
I think it was 2 people at
Yeah,
Harvard.
more than one. Yeah.
And actually, they were associated with something interesting. Do you guys know about that? Maybe we shouldn't get into that.
The Chinese program?
The 1,000, whatever it's called. What was it called?
That's well known, like the 1,000 Talents program, I think?
1,000 Talents.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's more to it, but
there's a little bit more to it.
We'll
Neural net
interesting.
and a lot
Neural
of
net?
What?
Yeah.
What is this? What is this?
What is happening?
Go look at what Harvard's working on with bioengineering.
So
check it out.
I know that earlier in the year, Mike Pompeo said we've been infiltrated by the Chinese at every level.
Yep.
Every level. And then we've had repeated investigations into university professors who were double dipping. China was paying them while they were also getting grants from the U.S., which is illegal. Call it spying or whatever.
It's compromised. You're compromised.
Right.
Yeah, you're compromised.
So, is this the worst thing about it? That we have people in the U.S. that have there's leverage against them from foreign interests. Is that it?
I mean, the scale is probably the worst thing.
I think the scale is absolutely the worst thing. And
the scale meaning?
Like the Chinese can print infinite money, and they got a lot of people.
Yep.
So that's it.
This is true.
But so they can keep compromising people, or
so
what?
you can have 55,000 spies in the U.S. and that's nothing. And how many spies do we have in China? Not as many.
Right.
You got to figure.
So we're compromised from the top down.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Is that the gist of it?
I've been told, and I obviously can't confirm this, that our GIS system is compromised.
What is GIS?
It's a global positioning system, basically. But it's not GPS. It's how you keep the map from changing, we'll say.
I'm pretty sure everything you're saying, first of all, I will be completely honest, it's hard to follow.
Yeah,
of course it is. There's a purposefully. Yeah.
I mean, we are really close to it, and we've been looking at it for a really long time now. So that's why we're trying to do our best to break it down into bite-sized videos, and starting with very specific people, and then hopefully.
And we just told
you won't be dead before you get to the final.
Right.
Yeah. And we just told you that you'll see in our second part. It doesn't get into all this. All we do in our second part is prove the documents, or at least the narrowly defined documents we're looking at in that video are real by going to a vendor. And they're like, yeah, we don't know how they got a hold of that. We didn't give it to them, which is weird.
So the challenge is, with stories like this, there's so many pieces that need to be broken down individually before you can fully understand what you're looking at.
Other outlets are corroborating our reporting.
So for instance, we need to know what a sovereign wealth fund, I believe. Mm-hmm. Yes, we need to know what that is.
Well, you're an idiot if you don't know what that is, because
really?
Yeah, because
really?
The government. You are. No,
then.
you guys should be talking about this every day, because it's the upper echelons of the government
Sovereign
ripping
wealth
off its people.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
At the highest level.
Interesting.
That's why those smart people make money,
Yep.
and people get in the streets and fight about BS when they should be looking at their own
I
government.
will
Privilege.
say there's a lot of distractions being put out into the media right now, and it's not people are eating it up, and it does take people's attention away from this
Bread
stuff.
and circuses.
Yeah, possibly, but
And
I also
they
think
amplify, the bad actors amplify these simplified dog do messages. It's like America can't seem to understand anything beyond red versus blue or this team versus that team. They got to have two, and if there's more than two options, they get really confused, and that's the media's fault.
Very true.
So that's what we're trying to change. Is that things are complicated, and if you don't care, fine, go watch the Kardashians. Oh wait, you can't because there's a pandemic and nothing's on TV.
We have journalism in this country has been whittled down to a dry, burnt husk, rotting in the corner.
So much though that we've been accused of being intelligence agents by Steptoe, which is Broidy's very high-priced law firm, and also Jeffrey Epstein's law firm. Do you want me to read that letter? It's pretty fun.
What, they called you spies?
On election day. Oh, we got an election day
Saucy.
surprise.
Interesting.
Well, they called agents.
Agents?
Agents.
Accusing you of being government
How
agents?
did you not get this email? It was addressed to your Scanner account.
I know.
It has you on
Oh, you do know.
Yeah. It's actually addressed to you. It says, "Dear Mr. Poole."
Are you saying I'm being accused of being a spy?
Well, no, you're not. You're not. They thought they could reason with you, but obviously didn't.
I don't have anything to do with the editorial work of
You don't.
Scanner.
Keep saying that.
Yeah, keep saying
Wait,
that.
it's true. I have no idea.
But seriously, you need to
great.
make that really clear to these people.
That's why I'm like, wow, you guys get an email and you're like, it's to you. I'm like,
The
I don't know
second
anything
time,
about it.
They sent two. This was the one after I asked them. First, they sent me an email saying to you actually, but me CC'd, Emily CC'd, and we did not obviously CC you on the email. We just sent it out from our Scanner account. So they created a new chain. That one basically said, "You are working with stolen documents from the Qatari government." I don't even know what they're talking about.
They said, I mean, I have it up, but
Go ahead.
It basically, they accused us of working with Qatari-backed hackers. Let's see. Okay.
Is that it?
Hang on. It says.
that was a very long letter.
It is a long letter, but I'll cut to the chase. As a result, we have reasons to suspect you are in direct contact and receiving stolen and potentially doctored materials from individuals directly involved with the Qatari-sponsored hackers. As an example of the pair relying on these sources, the suggestion that any sales were made to Nigeria, as you suggest in your questions, is false. So people should go watch the video and see like what we're actually.
Is he talking about me?
No, he's saying that
No,
we.
I mean, I don't know. Were you working with
addressed to
Qatari
me.
hackers?
I mean, no.
He said it was addressed to me. I'm like, what?
It is addressed to you, but
Yeah, I don't know why.
that's the thing. I think they're trying to get you to kill the
yeah,
story.
they're trying to get you to
Oh,
kill
that'll
the
never
story.
happen.
Oh, he's not going to.
So-
I'll give the story more money.
Okay,
Try and do that.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so this is verifiably untrue. The fact that we're in direct contact with Qatari-sponsored hackers.
There's nothing to do with it.
Sounds pretty cool.
We can get our things without hackers.
Yeah, we don't need
That's
hackers,
the thing.
yeah.
We're learning a lot of new skills, by the
That's
way.
exciting.
And I think that's why they think we're
We learned to
intelligence.
code.
Did you know?
You know, this is. I'll tell you, this is a big problem probably for international elites dealing with like gutter crust like me from the south side of Chicago, who's
crust.
like, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. You know, like you can't email me and send me these things thinking that I'm gonna do anything about what you guys.
Well,
are
you won't
working on.
even. Sorry, you won't even see it.
Well, I know they sent the emails, and I just immediately just click it and close it.
And delete
I'm like,
it,
I don't
burn
care.
it.
I'm not gonna read it. There's
Burn
nothing.
it.
You hear that, Steptoe? Don't
That's
waste
right.
your time.
Don't waste
Yeah,
your
don't-
time on
don't-
Tim, man.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even know what you guys were working on. I'm just
didn't?
like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
we didn't
by
tell anyone.
design.
oh, those
Yeah.
Those
crazy
kids.
kids getting accused of being spies again.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you want to read that part of the next
Oh, yeah.
letter? So
So
this
do-
was our election
yeah.
day, by the way.
This was the election day letter. That was the first.
I
That
was-
was the first one?
Hey, how
I
you
was
doing?
eating,
letter.
I was eating cake on election day.
We were sending. Well, the day before we sent very specific because they told us we were vague. I said I just want to talk to you about Nigeria. I didn't email Steptoe. I emailed Broidy and his wife, and I had already tweeted at them documents. And I'm like, are these real? Are these fake? Please help. And no response. I get a response from Steptoe. Emily read from it. She CC'd. Then we get this response. Dear Mr. Poole. This I don't know how they keep doing this. And this time they took Emily off, which
Yeah,
she
they
was not
did.
happy about.
No,
but
I was not.
She told them she wasn't happy. But the firm represents Elliot. This firm represents Elliot Brody, which we know, which your agents have disclosed is the subject of a quote, scare quote, story being prepared for publication on your YouTube channel. Your agent, which is me, proposes to make outlandish accusations unsupported by fact or law.
Outlandish.
And if you read the indictment, the summary of what happened with Brody, it's to a T what we were already looking at. It's crazy. We write again today to demand that you cease and desist your unlawful harassment of and threatening behavior toward Mr. Brody, his public relations agent Nathan Miller, and his associates. Your employees and agents have employed intimidating and unlawful tactics in what you purport to be a reporting operation, including the illegal taping of conversations with Mr. Miller and use of hacked materials and illegally taped conversations that you propose to disclose with untruthful commentary. This conduct makes you clear that you are not a legitimate media organization, but rather agents for hire masquerading as media.
Oh, agents for hire.
snap.
That's not as cool.
That's not.
Ah,
No,
boo.
It's mercenary.
Mercenary.
We
I like that.
will be contacting using YouTube to seek removal of any content about Mr. Brody produced by your organization.
Oh, interesting.
This might get
That'll be fun.
removed. Let's
So
see.
let's see if it's
Yeah.
still up, actually.
To begin, your ostensible editor-reporter, Rocco Castoro, expressed surprise that his calls and emails to me and my law firm were returned by Nathan Miller, even though in your signature you've got a number and an email, and I have I've already emailed Mr. Brody about the questions. I didn't hear back from anyone. I'm recording. I'm recording.
Why
this
is he? Why is he emailing? Like, what is it? What?
I don't know.
Because it's so
Not
weird.
over
Because
here.
he told us in the
Look.
first email that we had documents that have not been reported on, or that no one other reporter has
So
been
these
in
documents
possession
exist.
What sounds
real.
like the most pressing thing
You think.
is that
We know the ones.
there are compromised people all over the U.S.
Yes.
in like what levels of government
Yes.
in industries.
Hollywood, government, media.
Public-private sector.
I mean, it makes sense, but like, who are they? Who are
So
they?
I'll put it this way: I've had about 10 individuals, some of them very high-powered, since I've left Vice, do things that were very, very inexplicable. And I've been called a conspiracy theorist all my life. Well, I get to maybe perhaps prove that some of these individuals were doing things that were very weird, and I have documentation over the years. And imagine someone like me having proof that you tried to do something tricky with me.
So you guys know about like the accusations against Epstein, like what he was doing with the island, basically filming people and then being like, guess
Blackmail,
what?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden
Sure.
they started buying them. Is
That's
it,
nothing new. Yeah.
right. Is this something similar? Like you got a bunch of really wealthy, powerful people and people in industry.
No, it's more like you took dirty money and we didn't tell you. It's the same in that like
interesting.
it's Epstein
Sneaky.
could you film you with just a girl that looked underage and leverage that against you, or he could
Right.
procure. It goes all you're radioactive at that point. Right?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So what does that mean for this country?
It's very scary, and it's something people need to start talking about and figuring out amongst themselves. If there's anything we can unite over, it's like foreign influence should not be anywhere near us in this regard, and the scale is so big, it's too big to fail.
Does it impact our elections?
Yes, for certain. I don't think it impacts voting machines, and I don't think it results in it's very carefully crafted. Because again, it's not, and the U.S. has done studies on this that no one, including the media, talks about Chinese-Russia relations for cybercrime, which makes sense. Why wouldn't they collaborate on cybercrime?
Right.
Makes no, why wouldn't they? So people need to start looking at it through an international lens versus a domestic lens.
Thanks for checking out this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. We do the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. So come back to check us out when we go live. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and we are also available on all podcast platforms for free if you want to listen to us there. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you all next time.